Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ISO GOAT here, back again for another quick video. Let me start just by saying I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I have financial experience whatsoever. Do not invest in anything solely based off my opinions or anything that I say in this video until you've done your own due diligence and your own research first. Never throw in more money than you're willing to lose, and also make sure you have a firm understanding of crypto before throwing in any kind of money. All right, so shout out to everybody, I guess. Happy Thursday to y'all wherever you are. Just got a couple things and an article to talk about for you guys today. First thing, shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf. Ukrainian banking giant finds success in using XLM for pilot program. Utility is going to be important in this near future. You have to look at some of these partnerships. This is going to be very important when it comes to investing in a cryptocurrency slash digital asset company, okay? This is very important. And utility, in my opinion, will be a driver in the very near future. Next thing, apparently this is just an interesting article that caught my attention. So China reportedly made an app to show people if they're standing near someone in debt, a new part of its intrusive social credit policy. I don't want to touch too far into this. I'm sure you guys know I have reservations in regards to that, but we all have our thoughts in regards to this. I'm not a huge fan of this whole social credit score thing. Just not a huge fan. That's just me personally. I think that's pretty invasive, pretty intrusive into someone's business, in my opinion. But like I said, who knows? Maybe other countries will follow suit, but we shall see. Next thing. Shout out to Terrence Brown. This was just a post that he had on his Twitter. Definitely give him a follow. XRP the Foundation, hashtag XRP. With Ripple's groundbreaking technology, we can experiment with CBDCs within our existing payments infrastructure while ensuring efficient and cost-effective cross-border transfers. That's from Yang Shen, I am going to destroy her last name, Shogul, Deputy Governor of the Royal Monetary Authority of Bhutan. I probably butchered that. If you're watching this, my apologies. I can't read. Just kidding. So my apologies on that. But very interesting post, like I said. Just wanted to read that to you guys. Obviously, use your own discernment. Next thing, shout out to Michael Branch. World Economic Forum's digital asset head expects real-world blockchain adoption in 2023. I know John Deaton says that he thinks 2025 is when we'll start seeing regulations. Obviously, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm not faulting the man for anything whatsoever. At the end of the day, the United States has been kicking the ball down the road for quite some time, and they are continuing to do so. So I would be very happy and very surprised, but, like I said, 2023 I think is going to be an explosive year, and just in my opinion, like I said, I think regulations probably will come down the pipeline, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's 4 months from now, December 31st, who knows? Nobody knows. But just make sure that you plan accordingly in regards to your investments. Just as a thought, like I said, because when regulation comes, I think it's going to wipe out a good deal of some of these cryptocurrencies. And the cream of the crop, the digital assets with actual utility and use case, I think will rise to the top, and we will see that. Just my thoughts. Next thing, shout out to Swift. Go figure, Swift community. This is from Are you ready for ISO 20022 for payments? The go live in March 2023 is fast approaching. Don't wait. Here's Bryce Goldmans to explain what you need to know. I just want to tell you guys, don't focus so much on dates, okay? Obviously, these cards are aligning. There are dominoes falling in the background. Whether people want to agree with that or see that or not, that's, perfectly fine. Still don't believe it. It's still true, in the words of Brad Kimes. So, just something to keep your head on a swivel for, keep an eye out for, keep stacking your bags if you are still doing so. If you're not, just sit back, kick your feet up, twiddle your thumbs, grab some popcorn. It's a show. There's a lot of different things that have to happen before implementation and before we start seeing price appreciation, etc. Just my thoughts, like I said. Next thing, shout out to Financial Services. My apologies. Financial Services GOP. The regulation by arbitrary and tardy enforcement actions approach is the opposite of a rational regulatory framework. Agreed. Hashtag Hester Pierce. Congress must provide clear rules of the road for the digital assets ecosystem to protect customers while fostering innovation. There's so many things I can say in regards to this. I mean, there's a lot of people that have been talking. Hey, we need to get regulations. Hey, do your job, Gary Gensler. And it's like, this is a cohesive effort. There's a lot of different, people that are involved in this whole process. I think at the end of the day, pointing fingers doesn't really resolve anything. At the end of the day, somebody needs to sit down, make some regulations, enforce these regulations, obviously. And I don't mean by regulation by enforcement. I mean, set the rules of the road exactly how they said. Hey, it has to meet this certain criteria. If not, okay, it's a security. Or obviously get the scams and pumps and dumps out as well. So this is just my thoughts. Like I said, there's a lot of talk, a lot of this, not enough writing and actually implementing and legislation, etc. This is just my thoughts, but I think one day it will come. What day that is, who knows? Hopefully it's not 2030. I doubt it's gonna be 2030. Just as a caveat. Anyways, just my thoughts on that. Next thing, shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf once again. SEC prevents Circle's plans to go public. I'm not gonna go too far into this. I'm not a huge fan of the SEC. They have really shown their behind, for lack of a better term. So I'm not even gonna comment on that. But we all know, there's a lot of things going on with the SEC. You see some positives, you see some not very many positives, but there's a lot of things going on, and we're seeing a lot of, I would say, conflicts of interest. Looking out for who they want to look out for, however you want to look at it. There's a lot of people that have kept up with this lawsuit. I have to a degree. Obviously, you want to know what's going on to a degree, but it's like, when you start seeing some of these cards that are put on the table, it's kind of crazy that this has gone on as long as it has gone on. Like, it is crazy. It is literally mind-blowing in my opinion, okay? The amount of corruption from some of these officials is terrible. Just terrible. Like, I'm not even going to get too far into it. I could go all day on that. I'm just leave it right there. Next thing, shout out to MetaMan X. Jesse Lund, IBM's former head of blockchain solutions in 2019, says IBM's cross-border payments network, Blockchain WorldWire, can also offer their customers #XRP as a choice for a settlement asset. Ignore the FUD. XRP, XDC, XLM, cryptocurrency. There's a little video too. You guys can check it out. Definitely follow him on Twitter. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's not a long video, but like I said, there's some nuggets of information dropped in there. XRP, XLM, XDC are going to be monsters in the future, in my opinion, like I said. So do your own research and definitely make sure that you don't rely on just a YouTuber, okay? Cool. Sounds good. Next thing, shout out to Cryptic Poet. Justin. Stellar XLM partner MoneyGram joins forces with Botim, B-O-T-I-M, to launch international money transfer to over 200 countries. XLM is also going to be a beast in the very near future. Do your own research. Look into that. You will see exactly what I'm talking about when you start seeing some of these articles. XRP and XLM personally are my focus. XDC also as well. Like I said, don't spread yourself too thin. You can do what you want. It's your money, your hard-earned money, but that's just my recommendation. They're each tackling different markets, and I think that they will be very key in the very near future in regards to the financial system that is coming and rolling out very soon. Thanks so much. Next thing, not really huge news, but this is more for people that stake. I'm not touching staking, in my opinion, like I said, until there's some kind of regulations. It's got to be FDIC insured. I want my money if something goes wrong. Just my thoughts. But apparently Uphold, Songbird SGB is now available for staking on Uphold. Stake SGB to earn 2% interest APY and staking rewards or choose from 30 plus tokens available on our platform. Uphold is the real GOAT. They kept XRP. A lot of these other buku exchanges, I'm not even going to talk about Coinbase, they're not even a part of this conversation. But there's a lot of different exchanges that delisted XRP, and shout out to Uphold for not doing that and actually sticking with some integrity. I appreciate it sincerely. Next thing, this is not ISO, but it's VeChain related for those that do research on VET. VeChain partners with United Nations to improve sustainability, and of course, VET price jumps. Cool. Utility is going to be important in the very near future. I recommend you do some research, find a couple companies that, you realize they're trying to tackle some real world problem and research them, okay? Like, it doesn't have to be 10 different cryptocurrencies. If you want to find a couple, or whether it's 2, whether it's 3, whether it's 1, all power to you. But like I said, utility is going to be very important. And if it has a use case, it has a place in the future. If it does not have a use case and there's 21,000 coins out there, just as an FYI, and I highly doubt there's 21,000 different use cases, then it will probably not be alive very long. Just my thoughts. Might go to 0. And I'm not just putting foot out there. I'm so serious. But anyways, continuing. Shout out to Kurt Moore for this one. When your blockchain CEO is meeting with these caliber of people, you really need to not worry. I'm not gonna go too far into this. Christine Lagarde is noted. She was the IMF president. I think she's at the ECB now, if I'm not mistaken. Tobias Adrian, director of IMF. I'm gonna butcher that name. I'm gonna find one I can pronounce. Amir Yaron, Israel Bank governor. Ewald Nowotny, governor, Austrian Central Bank. Yanis Stonaris, governor, Central Bank of Greece. These are just a couple of some of these high-level people that have been in the same room. This is just a thought, like I said. But there's a lot of people still out there that are like, oh, this company's a scam. What a joke. Anyways, Make sure you do your own research, look into these things. I posted this on my page. Also, follow the brother on Twitter as well. He is always dropping gems, and sometimes he hops in some of these Twitter spaces and really drops some fire. I recommend you start paying attention if you have not. Just my thoughts. Next post. This talks about line of credit with Ripple. With the line of credit from Ripple, financial institutions can use XRP to complete instant low cost, my bad, cross-border transactions. How is this done? Ripple allows financial institutions to lock in a rate at the time of payment and then pay it back at their convenience for a small fee. This offers an alternative to freezing up capital by financial institutions for cross-border transactions, which is often very inefficient, as those funds can be utilized elsewhere when they are not being used. The line of credit service helps enable financial institutions to make global transactions more affordable to their customers. Ooh la la. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Nostro Vostro accounts, not needed, okay? This whole, typical banking is not needed. There's like so many different things that can be done to like revamp the current system and make it run like smoother. It's going to be cheaper. It's going to be more efficient. Your money actually gets to where it's supposed to be from point A to point B without a 6% error rate. Like, you know how amazing that would be? That's crazy. There's technology out there that will do that. Next thing, shout out to GDLT Ledger City Radio. Only a few know the plan. This is actually a diagram posted on Twitter. Definitely give them a follow as well. It's posted on my page so you can look at the little diagram. It has Interledger on there. It has ISO on there as well, along with Mojaloop, different interconnections, etc. Like I said, just look at it on my page. I can't verbalize it, but you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You'll understand it. All right, next thing. So I was tagged by, what is this? Psych722-41599. This reminds me of something. So it shows the Swift logo. I don't know if you guys have seen the new Swift logo, but apparently you can fit a triskelion in there, which is basically the symbol for Ripple. Just as a thought, this might just be, whatever. Could be nothing, like I said. Could just be a coincidence, a quinky dink. But yeah, just found that kind of interesting. That's posted on my page. You can look at that, use your own discernment. Like I said, I could be cuckoo over the cuckoo's nest. Who knows? Next thing. I'm going to talk about that. And I have an article for you guys. Shout out to Wise Buys for this one, tagging me on Twitter. I'm not going to go too far into it. The name of the article, Reserve Bank Testing New Payment System in South Africa, launching this year. So basically, there's a new rapid payment system, like I said, going live in South Africa. It's part of the SARB, South Africa, Reserve Banks, Vision 2025, simplifying and making real-time payments more affordable and efficient, even for those without a bank account. Banking the unbanked. Ooh, gotta love it. So basically, there's almost instant payment. I got flags going off. This is just me personally. You probably are too. Anyways, but it's going to be launching under an app called PayShap to be preferred, and it's supposedly going to become the preferred e-payment platform in South Africa. Let me see here. I wanted to take some excerpts out of here. Here we go. This is a quote. "It will deepen financial inclusion and contribute to building a safe, reliable, and efficient national payment system," says BankServe Africa. The CEO of BankServe Africa, Jan Pilbar, said that the new system will mean that a customer does not need a bank account number or a branch code to transfer money. You have got to love technology, boy. Welcome to 2023. Anyways, it's expected to go live later this year. I think it was like June-ish, if I'm not mistaken. In June 2022, SARB said that the RPP, when fully implemented, will support retail payment use cases and was under the leadership of the Payments Association of South Africa and BankServe Africa to develop the legal construct, namely the formation of the Payment Clearinghouse and the establishment of the RPP scheme. What else did I want to give you guys here? Mariki Mencher, the manager for operations support at PASA, said that the new RPP program will utilize the universal standard of ISO 20022. Bam, bam. And then one last excerpt I wanted to give you guys. Under the leadership of BankServe Africa and PASA, the industry-led initiative promises a cost-effective instant payment service across banks, a proxy service to embed user banking details, example, the ability to pay to a mobile number, a request-to-pay service, and support for several known retail payment use cases, said PASA. Importantly, the new system will provide rapid payments functionality to unbanked customers who will benefit from digital payment facilities. Of course, banked customers will also enjoy greater convenience and easier transacting with the introduction of PayShap. Mic drop. That's all I got for y'all today. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with some of you love. ISO Gold out. Catch y'all in another video.